Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next chapter in our adventure. Our heroes have begun their endgame and move to negotiate with the Nightmare Demon. But will they be able to keep the creature chained? Find out as we explore a new land of power and ancient secrets in Exalted, the End of Dreams.
I say we give it a shot. Let's chat with the snake god.
Motions for him to lead the way and follows behind.
I'm gonna shoulder my bow as I walk up.
Okay, so you approach the two snake heads.
Yep, as we're approaching, I'm gonna kind of look at the rest of the team and light my pipe, candy floss.
Okay. The slight scent of candy floss begins to drift throughout the area.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna stay where we were standing and I'm gonna sit on the ground.
I'm also staying where I'm standing because if I move, I turn visible, but no one knows that.
Both Teo and Suma make to follow strings slightly behind, one to each side.
Dirham will sort of walk a little in line with them.
In between them?
Yeah, in between.
Okay, so we've basically got an arrowhead with strings at the front, and then a little ways back we've got Teo, Dirham, and Suma.
And he's sort of observing them while keeping ear on strings and seeing if he ever gives any indication.
Meanwhile, Mountain has sat on the ground or is slowly building a pile of rocks around where he saw that dramatic last.
I'm actually, he's closing his eyes and he's going to try and literally he's trying to meditate and or sleep.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to...
Meditation is easy enough. Sleep is hard to come by right now.
So I'm...
In the dream?
Yeah. I'll let them keep going with what they're... I don't think I'll be able to do anything, but, I got to try weird stuff.
All right.
I approach as I've lit my pipe. I take a couple puffs. This kind of pinkish smoke comes out the end of it and surrounding me. I walk up to the snakes, and before I start talking, I offer the pipe. This is an anime.
This is why we put him in the front line.
To which head do you offer?
Gentleman spy. My choices are left and right.
Yes.
All right. Even left, odd right. Oh, that
Don't forget about dead center.
Even
Dead
left,
center's
odd right.
totally a
No,
thing.
fuck me. They keep flying up that way. Even left, odd right.
It's okay. It's not like you need every
odd.
single
Right.
possible D10 for this system.
Right head. I offer.
Okay. You offer the pipe to the right head.
I had a coin right here.
The tongue flicks out of it, wraps around the pipe, and then draws it back toward its mouth, where it inhales deeply before blowing out a puff of pink smoke, and then the tongue moves it over to the other head, who also inhales, emits, and then passes it back to you.
Dirham immediately looks at Suma and Teo to see what their reactions are to watching the snake smoking this pipe.
Suma looks unhappy that you are attempting to negotiate with the snake thing. Teo looks confused as you see where the magma is on this fire snake. You see a little bit of pink steam beginning to rise out from its form.
Oh my god.
What roll do I have to make to try to produce a better cloud than either snake head did?
Asking the real questions here. There we go.
Charisma
I'm starting
performance.
this is business 101. Make a strong entrance.
Charisma performance.
I love it.
Oh hell yeah, it's finally happening, boys.
Yes. You built your
Stunt,
character
baby,
for this
stunts.
one moment.
Oh, it's happening.
Well,
Come
I
on,
assume his
Tens.
stunt is, maybe he's not going to stunt it. I don't know.
No, can I stunt this?
Yeah. I mean, you're
not
attempting
gonna- I'm
to
not
make
gonna look-
art. You're making smoke art. Stunt
Yeah,
that
I'm not gonna
smoke
look
art.
at it. Also, wait a sec. This is a dream, motherfucker. I'm gonna manipulate the shit out of this. I'm gonna do some Gandalf-ass stuff. I'm gonna blow this massive ring, and as I do, I'm going to try to through it blow this beautiful cloud of smoke that at first is just going to be this roiling cloud, and then it will slowly transform into a horse, nay, a god, nay, the most beautiful horse you've ever seen, nay, invincible too, as it just rides through the thing, the circle of smoke I've created, and bursts, creating the biggest cloud of smoke of the three of us smoking.
Oh my god.
Is that the
Yes.
three dot?
That is a three dotter right there. That's a
Give me
three
that.
dot. Yep.
Come
Go
on,
for it.
baby. So is that 2 automatic successes and 2 extra dice?
Yep.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's an 8 and a 9. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 11. There we go. That's
Good
11
Lord.
successes.
None of us can see.
Your
Motherfucking cotton.
your display clearly dwarfs that of the snakes. It is suitably impressive to everybody around.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk. I still have the pipe in my mouth. There we go. You want to get out? So do we. We were hoping perhaps there's a way that we can come to an agreement.
Do you release the binding?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need something in return.
What would you ask?
I'm going to turn back to Dirham really quick. I'm going to blow a big puff of smoke just to like cloud myself as I turn. But I'm just going to turn back to Dirham and just be like, he seems a little bit desperate. Are we sure this is all we want? Just to find out where like his real body is? Do we want to ask for anything else?
That's the start. We're not making a deal. We want that as a sign of good faith before the deal.
Okay. I'm going to come back here in a sec. I whip around as the smoke like dissipates around me. Candy floss, pink smoke all around me. Sort of like the cherry blossoms that appear when I, go full god mode. Definitely the same color. I turn back. My hair is perfectly rakish. And I look at the snake and go, we want to know that we're all on the same page. You can see us as we are. Don't get me wrong. This is a formidable and impressive display, but I cannot negotiate with a beast of such terrifying and powerful stature. If there's any way we could talk to something a bit more personable, or yet, even better, a bit more real, then I'd be willing to negotiate a way for both of us to get what we want.
All right, give me your manipulate.
Oh, do I have that?
Manipulation is a statistic or an attribute.
Uh-huh.
And you can give me your manipulate.
My manipulate is better than my charisma.
I know. Socialize.
Manipulate.
Thank heaven.
Does
There
this
we
count
go.
as an upper class creature?
No, actually,
Okay.
actually distinctly no.
All right, that's 2.
So we
4.
know he's not from upper
8.
class. We know he's not a wealthy snake god.
So I burned my personals. Can I start burning peripheral notes?
Sure can.
Yes.
I'm going
And for
to
every
do that.
5 that you spend, if you spend 5 at one time, you go up a level of your anima.
I'm going to spend 5 because I would like to start glowing, and I would like my smoke displays to become just all that more like interesting with my glowing light from within them. I take a big puff of smoke as I consider. I'm gonna fucking stunt this. Come on, Ed, think with your brain. Big puff of smoke, and as I look at the snake, I say, truly, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to talk to something quite as incomprehensible as what I'm looking at right now. Help me to help you. Join me on my level, as low as it may be.
Okay, give me your roll. Well, you can have a
Okay.
2-dot stunt.
Oh, you're a beautiful man. So that's gonna be that case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the 2-dot.
Okay, 7.
You wish me to take a form like yours?
That's not exactly what I meant. I would like to see who I'm actually dealing with.
The snakeheads turn, looking around at everything around.
I am everything here, but you wish something more
I'm afraid.
addressable.
Yes, as I've come to understand it, and I kind of point around, none of this is real. Something more addressable is certainly good, but something real is what I'm really after.
A dream is real when you are within it.
Only to the dreamer.
And what are you?
I don't think I'm in control here, unless I've been mistaken about that too, in which case some things are going to change very quickly,
You're intruders on my dream.
which means we're not the dreamer.
There is a bit of a shudder, and you asked for this, all right.
Gimme!
Okay, so
Blow off my face!
the snake head things dematerialize into a roiling puff of smoke and ember, which then comes together into a swirling, almost tornado of smoke, fire, ashes, embers, and faces. Faces in pain, and agony, and fear, and terror, swirling throughout the storm, before one larger than the others manifests itself and looks down upon you. In the moments as it appears, each one of you sees within the tornado the source of your deepest fear.
I don't, because I'm sleeping.
That's true.
That is true. His eyes
That
are
is
closed.
true.
He did say that. I am
Is this
definitely.
more satisfying?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like look down a little bit. I'm gonna try to blow more smoke around me to maybe help obscure it, because I'm shook. I don't love this, but this is our only way out. So I'm gonna try to hold my resolve a little bit and go, I again ask you, is this real?
This is as real as a creature of dream can be.
I'm going to take a deep breath.
Sorry, I just wanted to say as an aside, when all of our deepest fears manifest from this thing, Dirham turns to Teo and says, is this what you think deserves to be out?
Mankind needs fear as much as it needs hope or courage.
I mean, it's his fears too. I'm just saying, it's got his fears.
Right, or at least I'm hoping so. I mean, if he's not shook, he's not shook.
Fear is what drives creatures to excel, to triumph, to better themselves. Fear is necessary.
Fear does drive a person to a specific direction, yes. And he'll stop talking to him and sort of steel himself, focusing back in on the situation. Carry on.
No, I love that. Strings is going to kind of hear that just a little bit over his shoulder, and he's going to take a deep breath and say, well, if this is what you say is as true can be, then... And he's going to look up at it, like, for as long as he can, just really straining for it and go, then I guess we can begin really talking. I blow smoke, pink smoke out of my nose.
So as this is happening, what I am trying to do is trying to feel myself outside of this. So I am like trying to focus on moving my hands and trying to acknowledge that whatever is here is not my hand.
So you're trying to communicate with your real body?
Yeah.
He's trying to break the dream.
Okay.
I have to assume there is a way out somewhere. This would be a really weird present otherwise.
You can make me a charisma presence roll.
Ooh.
George, can I have one more aside while we're watching this awful thing?
Sure.
Dirham will also say, just sort of in a hushed, sharp voice to the space, because at this point he's probably lost exactly where Adramalik is, but he'll go, Adramalik.
Yes, what is it?
And without turning away, he'll say, I would suggest find proper vantage for if this turns ugly.
I'm in a vantage point right now. You don't know where I am.
Are you?
Well, of course. What do you think I'm doing while I'm like this?
I assumed standing there doing nothing. Okay, fine. Well, find a better one. That's all.
There is no response from Adramalik.
Yeah, fair.
So I'm gonna try and start this. We'll see how it goes. As Mountain is sitting there, meditating cross-legged and everything, he tries to just think back onto his dragon-blooded training on, really centering yourself in like who you are and what you are and feeling your element. Except for instead of his element, it's his energy. His energy emanates from his true body and from beyond his true body. So he's just focusing in on I am the mountain. This is who I am and where I am, and I am going to move now because it is what I want to do, and just push those thoughts forward.
Okay. You can have a 2-dot stunt.
10 plus 1 is 11.
Okay. You steel yourself with all of your training. You push yourself beyond your body as you've been trained to do to access that inner calm, attempting to connect with your body. And as you do, nothing. There is no call from another location. You feel nothing to indicate that this is not your body.
Feel something. Still gonna stay meditate because now there are other things we'll try, but we'll go back.
So back to Strings. Unless Adramalik, you have anything quickly?
Adramalik is in a vantage point on the ground directly underneath the giant creature. Because there's
not technically directly underneath because you're a little far away from it. But yeah. I get your point. It's big
no one
enough
knows
that
where it
everything's underneath.
Under it.
yeah.
Okay.
And as long as it doesn't know that I can't move to be visible, I could be anywhere.
Okay.
I'm anywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm like the creature.
All right. Then we return to Strings.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble like staring straight at this thing, but I'm trying my best. And I'm going to say, so we know where you stand. You want out. The biggest issue we have with that is what you intend to do when you get out. You said to possess the dreams of all humankind, to inspire nightmares and horror and fear. To what end? It's just chaos?
Not chaos. Control.
Forgive me.
Fear motivates. If you
Ah.
control a person's fears, you can drive their action, and through their dream, I can give them their fear.
That makes a lot of sense. Maybe a little bit too much sense.
Dirham will low-key be sort of studying Teo in this moment.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea if I can do this or not. But again, we're in a dream. I want to see if I can manipulate the dream. Can I like grab the cotton candy colored smoke and pull a chair out of it to sit in? To like talk to this thing?
Do you try to do it?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna like sit down into the chair. I'm gonna like try to produce a chair and then I'll sit. Yeah.
What I was asking is, are you thinking about if you think you could do it, or are you reaching out trying to do it?
I think I'm going to assume I I can, because this is finally like the whole dream is concentrated right here. I'm staring down a giant pile of faces. Like, this could work.
You reach out into the smoke, but your hand moves through it like smoke.
Cool. I pretend like that was what I was doing the whole time.
Of course.
And I sort of turn to him and go, okay, so fear motivates you want to control people. Why? To what end? Why is that a priority?
What do you mean?
Oh, so you're just doing this for no reason? Or is somebody telling you to do this? Are you being controlled? I know a lot about puppets.
Me a
Dodge.
Yeah, dodge. No. Give me a charisma socialize.
Okie dokie. I'm going to burn a few more motes because I think I have to. Not enough to get me up to a second level.
Okay.
I've spent 8 so far. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That is 1 success and 5 ones.
Ooh. Botch
Oh,
time,
wow.
baby.
Oh, no.
No, you got 1 success, though. It's only a botch if you get no success.
No, if you get more.
No, it's a botch if you get more
you got
ones than
successes.
successes.
Oh,
Shadowrun rules. Shadowrun rules, baby.
Okay.
That's not good.
As you utter those words, as you get to the question about are you being controlled, you see fire erupt from within the tornado.
I was free. I was not controlled. It was you who chained me.
So then why? What do you wish to accomplish by driving people? Towards what?
Why does anyone seek power?
That's all this is, power? All you want is power?
Everything in life is a quest for power. Power over something or someone. When I control their dreams and their fears, I control their quest for power, and their power becomes mine.
Yes, but you realize that fear can only motivate someone so far.
And then another's fear can take charge.
True, fear does spread quite like a virus, but so does hope, so does courage. Take my friend here, and I point at Dirham, and I say, can you truly frighten this man to a point where he would do something to me? And I'm going to reach for my bow as I'm looking at Dirham.
I do not know if I could. I am not within his dream. He is within mine. But I could.
So you are
enter
powerless here.
Powerless.
If you cannot exert the only power that you claim to have over mankind to my friend right here in your own dream, then what can you do?
Well,
What are you doing, Al? Why are you bringing him into this?
At which point, a few of the wolves leap down from the ridge and begin stalking toward the group. You see the Kraken from above emit some more tentacles that are coming toward you.
Try to be brave. Be brave. I'm going to look around at this and I'm going to say, yes, all very scary. But if you kill us, then there's no way out again. And you're just stuck here forever. I'm calling your bluff, sir. Then if you touch any one of my friends, you can be sure that I'm not letting you out.
I have been here for millennia. If I kill you now, your next incarnations may prove more amenable.
Well, I suppose that means you're willing to wait and see.
I
Or
am.
we'll just do this whole dance over again and again and again.
What is one more day, one more lifetime, compared with the suffering I have already experienced here?
But think of what you could do now. Think of all the missed time. We're willing to deal with you.
Are you?
Yes.
You have yet to offer a thing.
We'll set you free on a couple of conditions. I kind of want to bring Dirham forward at this point.
If you give any sort of high sign, Dirham.
Yeah, I'm holding my pipe out to you, but get in on this.
Dirham definitely takes a moment and then looks between Suma and Teo, just to get a quick read of their sort of like perspectives for how far we've gone.
Teo looks curious. Suma has a look of unbridled anger on her face.
So as a question for the weird things I'm trying.
No, please buy me some time.
So now that a Smiling Mountain is like, okay, well, if this is me and this is a real place, this place is a thing. It's a vault that was in theory meant for him and his compatriots. So similar to how he pushes his essence into artifact, I am going to try and do the same this stream. I am trying to assert myself as the keymaster.
Okay. You can give me another charisma presence, which of course does not indicate that you necessarily can succeed at this.
No, you give me a roll to say, this is the roll if it could happen, and then I can give you a reason why it failed, and you won't know if it's because it failed because you're bad at it, or what.
Unless you roll extremely well, in which case you're certain, yeah, I guess that's not possible.
Yes, I can't assert control over this. Okay. And I am also, that's a stunt ahead
You
of
can
time.
you give me a 2, I'll give you a dot stunt for that.
I am trying to think of it as it is. So I am trying to enter like more of a like trance unaware type state. I am trying to, in essence, dream daydream with this dream.
Trying to get lucid.
Yeah, or like when you daydream really hard when you're bored and time because your time will pass. Okay.
Maybe give me your dots. You can have the 2 dice.
And then we will pump it to mountain is glowing. It's doing a little glow on this. So that is 7, 110 is 9, 167.
You got how much?
10 total.
Okay. You attempt to push your essence, your will, into the dream itself, and as you do, you feel the dream rebuffing, combating you as you are attempting. As this is not simply a dream, it is a creature. This is the essence of another creature.
I'll open my eyes and I'm like, oh my fucking what? All right, and then we go back to.
So following seeing Teo and Suma's reactions, Dirham then strides forward, walks to Strings, gives an affirmative pat on the shoulder, nod, takes the pipe, and begins to awkwardly try and line it up. Clearly not deftly appropriate with this 3-foot pipe. Like it's like off to the side, and he's like when you're like trying to catch the straw in a cup.
It takes some getting used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you'll get there. You'll get there.
I got it.
No, I believe in you.
And eventually he does in fact take a hit from the, what is it, cotton floss?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude, candy floss.
From that good candy floss.
All right, so at this point, hang on. I need to interrupt. What does candy floss taste like?
It's a lot like cotton. It's basically straight up sugar.
Great. All right.
Does the seeker know what candy floss is? Is this new knowledge?
Cannot be.
Okay. Anyway, you want to make your charisma performance roll to blow a more impressive.
Swear to God, I swear to God, I'll kill you.
I would like to just maintain acceptable levels.
All right. Give me your stamina resistance.
Uh-oh. Do you need this from me too, or is this just him?
No, just him. He's smoking a pipe and isn't certain if this is attempting to.
Totally fair.
Do I get any stunt?
Do you want stunt dice? Because you weren't going to have this roll at all if you hadn't asked for it.
For my fumbling, for my pipe fumbling.
I know. Okay, sure.
All right, whatever. I don't want it. I don't want it
son.
anymore. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. Reverse psychology.
Yeah, you will.
Successful. 3.
Okay, you managed to keep the cotton floss, the strange flavor that you're unfamiliar with, smoke down. It does coat your tongue with a strange film.
That also takes some getting used to.
Yeah, no kidding. Zeke, was it?
I am Zeke, the Nightmare Cloud.
See that? Zeke, we are not our predecessors. We will not give you unrestrained freedom, but we are willing to find a middle ground, place where your purpose can be fulfilled and yet we can work hand in hand. I believe you are correct, and I believe, and Dirham turns and points at Teo, you too are correct. Fear has a place. It is a drive. It is a natural presence in the world. It can drive people to do both wicked things and strive to be greater than that, because from fear, courage is born. However, to wreak that upon people without any rhyme or reason is to instill chaos and pandemonium, and we won't stand for that. If you wish to get a semblance of your purpose fulfilled, to be able to sow these seeds of fear into people, we will form a pact and allow you to come and go as we see. You will be given your time for those who need a reminder of the fear that exists in this realm. And it does, even without you, but it will be as we say so. I am willing to renew this pact you here and now. What say you, Zeke, Nightmare Cloud?
What are your conditions?
Those that we, Dirham says, waving his hands towards his party, deem as those in need of correction, those who do not understand the law and order that needs to be instilled in this world, once decree are fair game for you to instill. However, should you break these boundaries and go farther, you will return to a prison far worse than our predecessors ever brought.
And are you capable of the binding?
I know a good man who can make a fair pact.
I blow a big cloud of pink smoke.
A pact.
Yeah, I'm blowing smoke at my own ass, just hoping that this plays
It's all
out.
pink smoke, man. It's just all blow it as much as you can. See what sticks.
That's us, the pink smoke party. That's us.
The pink
Boy,
smoke
I am going
gang.
to be walking up at this.
Yeah.
I am behind the monster, totally. I could be there. You don't know where I am.
And for how long does this service last?
Until our next predecessors come to renew a fair pact.
No. I literally shout no from back.
Rakim, I forgot you were there.
Dirham stops, like, with his poise and whatnot and just turns, What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
He will kill us and expedite the predecessors. We have to be careful of what we are wording, you remember.
And then they'll be like babies, and he can just like get whatever he wants. Yeah, that's not a good
We
idea.
actually don't know. So I don't know how the predecessor works, but they could be. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just gonna kill us. Yeah, don't make a deal if he could just kill us to get the best end of the deal. That's
And perhaps we just set it in stone right now, immutable, going forward. And if he doesn't like it, well, then he's stuck.
He's not stuck.
Well, he will be.
No, he's not. He wants to be stuck. Isn't he say? He doesn't care if he's stuck. Millennia don't matter to him.
No, he said he'll wait for our next predecessors come here.
Descendants.
Yes,
Predecessors would be before.
Or our next successors
Successors, yeah.
in the lineage.
Question is, have we been here before? Have our predecessors been here? Because that means they wouldn't have struck a deal. That means they would have died.
Who are you asking?
I'm just sort of asking the air. I'm sort of talking myself through
so
this.
he
and
can
just going, I'm
answer.
going to turn to Suma and be like, wait a sec. I'm
Have we been here before?
No, not in my time here.
going to turn to the other guy.
Nor in mine.
Useless.
I'm going to turn to the mountain of heads. How many times have we, Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
How many times have we had this conversation?
This is the first.
Yes, I know this is the first that we've had this, but in a different iteration of ourselves. And I kind of point to my friends. How many times have we met like this?
I requested my freedom from those who chained me countless times.
And they said no every time.
Were we the first that ever answered?
What do you mean?
You've been requesting your freedom countless times. Were we the first that ever answered the call?
You are the first to enter this place, yes, since my binder left.
Well,
Which also means that we're the first to even entertain the idea of making a deal. And I can tell you this much. We also very well may be the last.
No, I'm not going to say that. I really want to be fucking petty right now, but I'm not going to get carried away.
Exchanging one eternal prison for another would be no trade.
No, not for you.
consider it an upgrade.
Service must have an end.
So whether it's 10,000 years, 5 generations, there has to be a time. No.
How about you work for us, and if we like what you do, then maybe we let you go, right? That seems pretty fair.
Are you capable of binding a demon of the second circle?
Not me.
How many people do you intend to frighten?
Do I intend? I wish for the dreams of all creation to be my plaything.
Do you have an opposite?
Excuse me.
There's someone that is creature that has ever essentially, as you see here, we have fire, water, opposing force. You feed on fear and or control through nightmare. And I think is the opposite not has.
Not my knowledge, but if there was, I would not associate with it.
No, but I imagine you would feel it. You would know that you were being pushed back against.
My kind would not take such sustenance.
So my guess is that you are here between two balanced forces or out of balance. There is no opposed.
So what if the deal creates something to oppose you?
Can you create a spirit?
Here's the thing. I'm not sure I can, but a being as powerful as you, accepting a deal such as this, quite possibly could.
So to split, so.
Do you doubt your own power? Do you not think that even if you had competition, you could not accomplish what you set out to do?
So to turn the two snakehead to instead to snake. One of hope, one of fear.
One of courage.
Aye.
Or does the very thought of that frighten you? Da 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 da. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Smoke.
Who was the primary on that?
Which part?
Yeah, that was a pretty good tag team.
it started with mountain, but it ended with strings.
This was we both whipped out our dual discs. This is now a double duel.
All right, so this is going to be
I'll do the assistance. You're the top
No,
boy.
you're gonna get the assistance because you started it, and then he came in and helped you.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Well,
Okay.
I get to roll a lot of dice, so I can probably
Yeah, so
at
this
least
is
help you out a little bit.
going to be an instill action, a manipulate,
Good thing you're helping.
socialize.
Social
Manipulate,
combat.
Socialize. Oh, music to my ears.
You are
too.
attempting to instill a new
My
intimacy.
God.
Oh, baby. Okay. No. We good. That's 6 successes.
Okay, you get 6 extra dice.
Hey, you roll fire too, Rich. You got this.
Manipulate. I'm a very honest person, so literally, I'm glad that strings came in because I was about to be like, this guy's like Oogie Boogie. Probably got a thick, nougaty, crunchy center. We just punch it.
He's bugs.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's your 6, and then I have 2, and then 4. And then I'm not allowed to pump because you gave me the assistance. This is what they say.
No, you can use your essence to pump, but you don't get stunt dice. His assistance replaces the stunt dice.
You got it. Okay. Then in which case I might pump because this seems a little important, and it is one of my socializes one of my favorites.
Yeah, this feels like a good one to pump.
Yeah,
like
I'd
good
say
time.
this is the time.
I don't know, instilling a new
Virtue.
want in a
So we're gonna put 4 more
Dagger.
into these.
fear creature. Yeah.
Yeah, seems like the optimal time to pump that baby.
I agree. Okay. We'll
If
just
this
throw him down.
freaking works, guys. If this freaking works,
If he agrees to split himself into
Sick as hell.
all right, so that's
circumvent the entire combat through social combat.
2.
Okay.
3.
This game is meant to be freeform like that. You guys will be able to do things like this.
Also, I don't want to fucking fight this thing.
Yeah, looking at its stats, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Ajamala kind of wants to fight it,
I mean,
just
I don't-
to
I'm kinda
prove
like,
he could
no.
beat it. Just like he could prove he could climb a mountain, you know, even though it almost it did beat him. It beat him, but he still would like to try, you know.
We got an even 10.
Hey,
That's a fat number.
hell
That's a good-
yeah.
That's a good
You
one.
have no idea how many dice I threw. Like, this is not a little bit of dice.
How
I
much extra glowy did you end up doing?
We pumped in 6 more glowies, so not a little bit of.
No, I mean,
glowies.
did you go up an anima level?
Yeah, I would have had to because it's 6 in one turn.
Wait, unless you spend it from your personal, right? If you
No,
spend it
that's
from your
all.
personal,
Oh, that's all gone. We are all out. Personally.
Yeah, no.
there ain't no personal. anymore.
This would not be an intimidate social roll, right? No, you very much did not take an intimidate approach on this. I don't think.
No, I honestly, I can
Manipulation.
100% say I didn't because I was going to, and then Strings wielded it much better. So we're
Because remember your anima abilities.
my anima his ability.
Yes.
Oh, you mean my charms?
Oh, when we have like the marks, we get things. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Awkward.
I actually,
I remember.
Yes,
I
you do.
remember mine, but I found out very quickly it's not working here.
I actually don't know what mine is.
I don't know what mine is either. I
Your
never looked it up.
ability
I only looked
to-
at charms. Awkward. Okay, I gotta look that up now.
Anyway, doesn't matter right now because you're not doing an intimidate. We'll do it later. Okay, so it looks at you.
My power could do this. If bound to the purpose, can one of you bind a demon of the second circle?
Question: we knew that this vault was inside of a demon, did we not?
Wait, you're using the mountain voice? Is this a question
Sorry.
for George or for?
No, yeah. I'll do normal voice.
Switch off, man. You gotta control
Not until DVD commentary. So we knew that the vault was inside of a demon. And we knew it was inside of something.
No, you did not know
fuck.
about the existence of this thing. You knew it was inside of a fort of some kind, and it was of no such nonsense.
Fuck.
Come and knock on my door.
I'm glad I'm not making any decisions right now.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm just sitting in
I
the
mean-
corner, invisible.
I'm pretty sure there's one of you that can answer this question.
I think it's me, but I don't think I know the answer.
It's not, I do the
What-
deals thing. I shake
don't know,
hands and
what
make
spells do you
people
have?
suffer.
Well, it's not spell.
Charms?
It's part of my. It's part of my.
No, there's a spell. There's a spell.
I don't think I have it.
You didn't take.
Educate me, George. Is it me?
No, it's.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, you are not the magic-y person.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm just making sure. I could do dark things, and you said the word demon, and that lit up in
What
my brain. I was
spells
like,
did you
oh,
take?
I'm dark.
Second is above my weight class.
So you do not have the celestial circle sorcery charm,
And we lie about
but you have
it.
the terrestrial.
I have what comes from my Twilight.
No, you have a charm that is terrestrial circle sorcery,
Is Craig learning something new about
which
the
gave
game?
you your obsidian butterfly spell.
Yeah.
How does George remember? George, you're incredible. Your
because
mind is a box.
He's who led me to be a magic dude.
Yeah. Don't let
Because he
him do that
makes
to you,
it
George.
sound great. It is great. It's fun. It's cool.
Yeah,
but-
you have
Just
to
gotta
read.
remember everything.
You have to read the sorceress workings point at some point
Oh,
because these
God.
spells aren't all that you can do.
Oh God.
Magic is somewhat freeform in this system.
Oh man,
Oh God. You tell me that now.
I feel like we made each other's characters. This is fun.
George, you tell me I can bind him. Is that what you tell me right now?
What? No, well, no, you can't right now. The answer is going to be no, but
Eventually, you could.
yes.
Okay, noted.
Which means if he lets us go, we can come back and bind him
Yeah,
and
that's
let
not-
him have more freedom. And
That's
then if
That's not.
But
that's
there's
not how
no
this
way he's gonna
concludes.
let us go
That's not
if we
how
don't
this
do anything for
concludes.
him right now.
So anyway,
So
Can we grind in here for like 18 weeks and just
Yeah, can we get some levels? Can we just get
Can we
some
kill a
fat-
bunch of these noob ass wolves and like get some power?
Hang on. He still hasn't answered the question to the demon thing.
That is fair. That is fair.
form are these flashbacks?
I got a flashback.
He used his.
How free
I already
form.
used mine.
I've been studying how to bind demons my whole fucking life.
There's no way I'm gonna do that because I'm like, it has to make sense. It's like if I knew it was a demon, I could like in theory be like, but I got none of that.
I have a 5 in occult. I could, in theory, at least know something about this, but I don't know magic. No, I'm not gonna do that.
But like, could I like have like a mysterious stranger hand me a scroll for Theorem?
No.
Like a lady who descends from the sky who I barely remember.
There was a guy who bumped into me in the marketplace. He looked like me, but a lot.
I figured I
older.
couldn't, but I have to ask
Handed
at
me
this
the
point.
scroll. He slipped it into my pocket, and I was like, "Wait, come back! I have questions." And he was like,
the senator from Bullshitopia
"Come to
yields the
in
floor.
time." And then he just slipped into the crowd and he was gone.
I think we all see where
Weird.
this is going.
All right, so
This got real tenant real fast.
Can I give Craig my flashback?
all right. Anyway,
I have a flashback with Craig.
Bind a demon of the second circle.
No.
When a demon asks if you can bind it, you say yes.
Yes, you say yes. Oh my god, no.
Wasn't my character voice. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. It wasn't real.
that's true. Wasn't his character voice?
I was just quoting Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I know.
I look back to everybody else because I am sure as shit.
Me, it's me, it's me.
Craig is.
I think we all
fighting
look
with
at
himself to
Dirham.
figure out the.
The magic boy. We look at the boy who shoots fire out of his hand every
Yeah.
day.
No one can look at me. I'm invisible right now.
You know what? I
Also
look at
true.
fucking the fucking opposing forces.
Teo and
Yeah, River God with a capital G.
She's not anywhere near our power. She's like, we're like capital G. She's lowercase g. God.
She doesn't
There
understand
are
what
gods of
real
everything
power
in this
is.
mythology,
I understand that, but you know,
and she's a god who lost most of her power. Anyway, but that's backstory stuff.
We're not in a river.
No, her
That's why
her river got damned, and then she was losing all of her power, and then
Ah, damn.
She
stumbled
did
into
tell
the
us
dream.
something like that. And then wandered
Yeah,
away.
she said something along those lines.
Yeah. All right.
Dirham will say, what an ugly look down. Dirham will say, I am capable of many things given time. Yes, I would be able to do so.
He's not lying. He's not lying. That's
That's true.
technically not a lie. He's telling the truth.
And there is plenty of time here.
You have a lot of knowledge, do you not?
I have knowledge, yes.
What better?
And you hear a voice come in. A better teacher would be one who is not a creature of nightmare.
Oh, it's the emissary!
About fucking
Whoa.
time.
That
my
is a
fucking
projection of
God.
the emissary, not the emissary itself that
Smart guy. Smart
enters
fucking
into
guy.
here. You called. I don't remember what voice I gave him either, because that's been even longer.
Nah, this is a good one.
You called.
Shit. Yes, that would be me over here. Sorry, you might not be able to see me. Or can you see me? Can you see me right now?
Does your charm have any kind of resistance to it? Or is it literally you just become invisible? I think it's probably the one that I used at one point.
Sorry. Assuming perfect stillness fades from sight, affect true invisibility but can't move or take actions. So whatever true invisibility is.
That would be invisibility, which is true and absolute. Okay. Now I cannot, but that does not matter.
As you see, we found ourselves in a dream state where we are in a perpetual dream with a creature of dreams that was captured and bound by anathema of centuries old, millennia even, and we need to find a way out of here.
By the way, just for reference sake, I know I'm glowing.
I'm invisible.
Yep.
I would
I'm
be glowing if he could see me, but
I'm bonfire.
which is
level
why
at this
I
point,
asked.
so.
I am first level glowing, not quite second level yet.
Yep.
I'm
That's
second.
just dream glow, just so you're aware. It's all
knows
the
what we-
dream.
I am well aware of what it is.
You know what the creature is then? You can help us?
I have not dealt with this creature, no. But I could assist with this education.
Then by all means, yes, that is what we need if we are to deal with the creature and to be freed from here. Thank you, emissary.
Training montage.
Turns toward Dirham. Is this your desire?
Yes, if you can give me the knowledge to be able to bind this, yes.
Very well. Then we
I
will
looked
train.
to Suma. Sorry. Does she look like? Is this less infuriating infuriating to split this creature into?
No, not any less infuriating.
Wow, you're just impossible to please.
Yeah, she doesn't want it to go anywhere, but we can't get out of here if it doesn't. Like, she doesn't get that. She's like, yeah, well, you just got to stay here forever with me then, you know.
She was willing to stay
I
here
make
forever.
a killer salad. You want to come on down by the river? We can eat salad for the rest of eternity
Christ,
together.
I hate everything that's happening right now.
Sorry, that's my Suma impersonation.
I mean, it's accurate. It's very good.
So like,
That's the impression I got.
what are we supposed to freaking do? What are we supposed to do? Hey, what are we gonna do?
Okay,
We cast our die.
so I guess we enter the training montage.
Oh my god, for real?
Yeah, for real.
I have no reason not to do push-ups for fucking 100 years.
No, it's not
That's
100
great.
years.
Yeah.
It's
You know
literal-
it.
It's what is the required ability?
Months.
Here's the thing: is time actually passing in the dream, or does it just feel like it's passing?
We're gonna wake up real skinny.
Yeah, it's gonna, I mean, let's be serious. It's not like we really had a great grasp on the world before this.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Yeah. What's it to us if
It's gonna be Invincible 5, like generations back. They just keep coming back to see you.
My beautiful
the
grand
horses coming
ponies.
to the island.
My
Oh,
beautiful grand ponies.
the legend of the island of horses.
And money.
Every year, they migrate.
this is
to
a
visit
spell,
the
right,
island.
George?
No, he's teaching you celestial level sorcery, this charm,
Oh, god.
because you have terrestrial, right?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're learning celestial level sorcery with this path. This is the second level charm of sorcery. You have experience points, of course, because you have not spent any since coming in here, and you've been getting 10 per session.
Okay.
And if you got a 3-daughter, you got one too. So you got at least.
I did not.
Oh, never mind.
Are you sure?
I don't think I did anything in this one that
No, not per
No,
session. It's per story.
Yes, I've gotten one in the.
Okay.
So because we're going to have to talk to this thing after you learn this, I'm just going to ask you. The plan is we are going to make a deal that we will let it go if it splits itself into two. One half spreading hope, courage through dreams. The other can keep doing what it does. That is the plan.
Okay, so this would normally take 4 days for you to learn this charm because occult is a favored or cast ability, correct? However, with the teacher, it will cut that time in half, bring it down to only 2 days for you to learn.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Celestial
Wait, I can
Circle
learn
sorcery.
throw. I learned throw.
And when you learn the charm, you get 1 spell for free, which will of course teach you as
Second circle demon binding.
Yep, second circle demon binding,
That was
or
a
demon of the
guess.
second
Hell yeah.
circle binding, something like that.
Ah, but shit.
You also learn 1 new shaping ritual, which is of course going to match his shaping ritual because he's the one teaching you, which I haven't determined yet. So you will have a new shaping ritual, which we will give you at some point between sessions.
Classic. Everyone knows what a shaping ritual is.
Shaping ritual is what you do in order to do sorceress workings. Sorceress workings are the freeform magic that he can work, which are not spells. These are the ways that you enact the other sorceress effects, the freeform stuff. It's
Amazing.
a ritual that you do.
Cool.
This is dope.
This is outrageously free flowy. The fact that we just montaged for a couple days.
Hey, it's a dream. He doesn't care. He's
literally a
chilling. He's
dream.
watching. No,
No,
I'm actually
it's-
like, if he was smoking the pipe before and I saw that, which I did because I was there the entire time, in this 2 days, we're like smoking pipes, shooting the shit with like
I mean, you guys also have 2 days of training time if you have something that you want that you can learn in 2 days. So
It was wrong. It actually takes me longer for throw because it's not a fave.
I was about to say.
I have XP. Can I buy charms with XP?
Can't learn them.
I'm gonna
Oh,
buy
no.
some freaking charms. Let's freaking go.
if you have the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it.
How
Anyway,
long
you
do
can
charms
you can
take
determine
to-
this between sessions. You don't need to.
Yeah,
do it
I'll
right
figure
now.
this
Just
out
remember
later.
that you have
Yeah,
2
yeah.
days of training time. Anyway, at the end of it,
Good.
you learn your second circle binding spell, which will allow you to bind this creature for a year and a day to your restrictions. At which point you can then renew the binding every year and a day, whatever you
Right,
gotta do.
it's just upkeep. It's up.
Yeah.
What's to keep the thing from killing the person who binds it?
Your good wording.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, you can't kill me. You can't kill my friends. Yeah. No.
Okay, so
Alright,
here
let
is
me-
what they think.
It is Demon of the Second Circle is the name of the spell. You will find it on page 477. Oh boy.
This is amazing. This is the coolest thing ever.
Costs
Are we
you-
gonna circumvent a whole boss fight by making a pact with a demon?
If he makes the roll.
Fuck!
George, take off your headphones real fast.
Ow, he
Okay.
humored it.
I know, I'm amazed. Okay, so listen.
He'll hear it eventually.
No, that I don't mind that, but I don't. You know, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know what he's thought of and not thought of. So basically, we make the deal for a day. So it's you split yourself into two, the two halves that we just talked about, right? That's really actually pretty much the only deal we need to make. Split yourself into the two and make sure that this half, is a completely separate entity that wants to do these things, and the other half can continue to have your
Right,
goals and
the same
enterprises.
goals. And
24
ambitions.
hours after that has happened, I don't care what the reasoning for that is, then this dream will open and any who wish to leave may leave. When it splits itself in half, it will be half as strong. We kill the bad half.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking about that. Like, kill it while it's weakened. Yeah.
I like it.
And then we just release a good version into the universe, and yeah, win-win.
For those of you
Double
listening
win.
at home, we described this plan to each other over the next few days by writing it in the sand in an elaborate series of hand signals as we're training. And we never actually speak it out loud.
Can I put it back on? Okay.
Yeah, come on back.
All right, if you're done with the conspiring. So the way that this works is that this will be, once you cast it, an intelligence occult roll against his resolve. If you beat his resolve, you get the binding off. If you fail to meet it, then you fail the binding and it would break free. However, you can attempt a wits occult roll to banish it back to Malpheus. And if you fail the roll by 3 or more, then you are unable to attempt the roll to banish it.
So are you going to tell us that this has the potential to cock up, or are you just doing it live?
I mean, I presume, did you guys just leave us while we were...
Yeah, they did their own
studying?
training.
Yeah, we probably left you to your stuff.
I would still hang out because I'm doing push-ups, but I wouldn't understand anything he just said. It would be
Well, at
lost
some
on me.
point, I would say...
Yeah.
You're saying
could
there's a
fail.
chance that this backfired.
Yeah.
And then we have to fight it, because it would be unbound, and we'd have to. As long as you can
And
beat its
yes,
resolve, but we don't know what its
I would
resolve
tell
is.
everyone, I would say, just so you know, as capable as I am, there is an opportunity and chance this might not work. He might not be bound, and even worse, unspeakable horrors might be inflicted upon myself if it backlashes in a truly heinous fashion.
So if it breaks, you say something immediately, and we immediately move to engage. I say
And
just
we
matter of
kill it.
fact, just matter of factly doing push-ups.
That is what we were going to do. Anyways, the fact
Yes.
that we're entertaining the thought of giving it the chance to live is generous on our behalf.
Sure. We'll use a easy code word like uh-oh.
Oopsie
That is
doopsie.
quite easy, I have to say. Strings, is he taking any more puffs of that? He's on to the right stuff. He's on the right track.
He's loosening up. It's
I think we've gotten to him.
one with the method.
Okie dokie.
And see,
Question: since occult is one of my good things, is there any way I can assist him on this, or is this like solely something that he has to cast by himself?
Something that he has to cast by himself because you don't
All right,
have the spell
shit.
or anything like that, so you would not
I
be able to
figured,
assist him in
yeah.
the ritual.
Yeah, baby, it all comes down to you. Catholic Lau, Dira Baroth with the roll of the century.
Oh,
get ready for this one, Gary.
Yeah, I'm doing stretches before he's doing it. I'm like, just get ready, just limber up.
All right.
I got the blue raspberry stuff in the pipe now.
You've learned the spell. The world around you has continued to shift within this microcosm of the entire island. And as you indicate that you have completed your teachings, that you understand what you need to do, a new moon settles in the sky, readying you for the ritual.
Acknowledging that the proper lunar cycle has now completed, Darum looks to the group. I'm going to begin. And then in doing so begins creating a series of somatic actions and I guess tracings in the the stone ground with his diclave, creating all sorts of different runes and things of the like.
Should we finalize the deal with the demon before the spell is cast?
I think the binding is
The binding is the
Great, got it. Okay.
What will
Cool,
happen
cool,
is he'll bind it, and then he binds it to service of spreading fear and hope throughout the world, or whatever the wording is that he's going to do.
Can we put any specific terms on that?
We could talk this out. So Darum says...
You've got days.
Yeah, we've got days. Whatever. It's dream time. Anything. Nothing matters. Darum says, so the binding will be that Z, this entity, is to split his being into opposing forces of hope and fear, in which case both may follow their pursuits of instilling their pure essence of hope and fear, as was Zeke's original hope and purpose of instilling. However, in having the warring forces, there will be hope to snuff out with fear, and fear to be snuffed out, and such the cycle continues. Looks at the crowd, waiting for anybody to say, this is a mistake.
I raise a hand and I say, perhaps we allow for a bit of time for the two halves to fully manifest. Give it a day before they are released upon the world.
Sure. Following a day of true manifestation.
You can give me an intelligence occult roll.
Oh yeah, I have those. Intelligence. Yeah, I have those. That's this many.
3.
That's 5.
Okay. Both of you can probably figure this out. Upon splitting it into these two personalities, it's quite likely that the dream itself will be disrupted, which would kind of make it impossible for it to not then immediately go out.
Well, I guess that's just gonna be a thing.
To which I say, Strings, I think you're getting what I'm thinking. Once Zeke ceases to be, so will this dream, and in so they will be.
So don't tell them to be in our presence. So if they can only exist in the dream world, then they couldn't be on
Could they be bound to you for a day?
It would be a separate bind. Because each binding does one. It puts in an intimacy, a defining intimacy that that shapes its actions and its.
So just
whatnot.
the fear one would be bound by
they
this
both.
deal.
That's a weird question.
Because technically the other one is created as a byproduct of the deal and is therefore not being bound. If you
they're
look
both-
on page
maybe.
465 of the Extraplanar Lawyer's Handbook, you'll see.
I don't know. Guess that's.
Why are you such a good fantasy lawyer? It's such a
I
weird.
don't know, man. This is all I do, and I fucking love it. I love my job. My client.
It's possible, but then do you care if the demon of hope is bound?
No, not in the slightest.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I won't get into that. But
No.
there could be bad things that happen.
Sure,
Think about having
it's
too
still-
much hope.
You just
I can
call it a
fly if I
demon
too
of
much
hope.
happiness.
Yeah, like what's that guy in that other campaign we were doing? That's part of this campaign. What was that guy again? The guy who was like the good guy, right? In that dimension.
He brought justice. Justice is different than hope.
Yeah.
Justice rock. I think
Al Morrill.
Too much of a good thing. It's not a good
baby
thing.
go blind. I think
So bringing it
Yeah.
back into the character, I actually think in creating these two entities, we are maintaining balance. We might actually be correcting that answer. Think of it. Teo's right, and so was Zeke. Fear exists for a reason, but so too does hope. And for both of those beings to be searching for a point where one is necessary, that might be something that we should just allow to be.
We
We are
need to-
removing a greater dark, but we are establishing a new presence in the world, something to check and balance. Someone becoming either too overconfident or too insecure.
I agree, which is why this being good. But the goal also has to change. So here would be the problem. We made it split itself into two, but the goal was still control for both as one. They would instead just have two feud, inspiring hope in some to fight, to rise up, inspiring fear in others to submit, and therefore still pushing the same. The agendas have to be diametrically opposed as well.
I think that is the thing. It cannot just be an opposite. It has to be in opposition.
So to counterbalance the other.
Correct.
Well, that's fair.
Directly counterbalance.
And I think in doing so, it maintains them both in check, but still arrives where it needs to be when it.
And of course, sometimes one may win over the other. And
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
I
actual
mean,
course of-
That's how
We're-
balance works, you know.
we are literally inventing mythology in this world right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
We demand the
are.
hope demon gets 51% of the power.
I would just like to say, I think the Hope Demon should be named Invincible 3. Just putting that one out there, just as a spitballing here.
My hands were small enough to give you the hands over here.
If just maybe it'll come with its own name. Maybe it'll
How
have
about like
the ability to choose its own name.
I'm going to
high,
begin
because it
this
got high
now.
with that was the hope was the part that got high with us.
And Dirham starts
Studying again. Yeah.
And then we'd have hide and seek. We'd have hide and seek.
Wait,
You know, I think
one
that's
last thing.
Pretty
Oh,
good.
that's extremely good.
Yes, what is it?
Make sure that it is allowed to act in our favor, but not against us.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah, yes, of course, definitely that.
That's
Definitely.
important. That's important.
And us is the royal us. And
Standard. You know, when you're making any kind of binding contract, you got to make
That
sure they
rune
can.
is upside down. That's not going to do what you want it to. Yeah, I'll fix it. Let me help you.
Ooh, yes.
Don't touch that room. Do not.
But I think it's okay. Okay, I'm just saying.
All right, so
Ritual-
so
if the ritual
so
goes
what is
upside
this?
down.
What does this ritual look like? Is it like some Ogma of like dark crystal stuff? Like really, I want to feel like I'm there.
Paint me a picture.
So within the heart of the the heart of the volcano, which is pretty much where we met Z, correct?
Mm-hmm.
On the stone what was the word that we used? We talked
Islet.
about Islet.
Islet.
Sure, Islet. On the stone islet, Dirham carves a large circle at the directly underneath Zeke and begins inscribing many runes along the inside of the circle itself, as well as intricate little etchings on the outer of it, which draw more and more towards the center. As he begins to do so, occasionally sparks of green energy begin to emanate from the glyphs that are etched on the perimeter of the circle. And as you watch, you see sparks of green fire begin to emanate from each of them as the runes start to complete more and more as you get closer towards the centerfold. The fire starting to roar and roar. The heat, sorry for the sneeze, the heat itself, hot even for almost to a dangerous level as it begins to roar and roar. Dirham sort of appears and disappears throughout the fires as they begin to collect, waiting for the sneeze. Dirham fades in and out of the fires as they continue to manifest and rise as he gets closer and closer to the circle until finally they erupt and sink into the runes, and a sickly green is glowing with a pulsating green glow from each of the runes, and the circle lights up and rings around until it solidifies, flashes pose with Dirham in the center and his hand fully extended to the sky underneath Zeke as the binding begins.
The binding begins. The green flames begin to spread beneath Dirham's feet, tracing out the demon's name, Green Flame, as Zeke is pulled toward the circle, or the center of the mandala. All right, you can have a 3-dot stunt for it.
Ooh!
Killer.
I'm putting it all in, baby. It's all.
It's all going in.
If we could spirit bomb for you, we'd,
Just lend me
Ajamalik is
power anyway.
standing
I know
at the
you
ready.
can't, but
His hands
just
are on his
lend
weapons,
me
but-
your power. And
Yeah.
viewers, listeners, raise your hands and just give your energy to Dirham now as he attempts to bind the demon Zeke.
Spirit bomb this fucker.
Oh my god.
Looks like a lot of dice he's got there. Here it comes. Oh, perfect form. Excellent, truly.
It looks as if he's not going for the simply drop the dice. He's going for a little bit of shaking beforehand.
No,
Look at
you're
that
correct.
excellent wrist motion. It's not coming from the arms. It's coming from the wrists. Very,
This
very
level
clean.
of professionalism is rarely seen in the game. Truly, we are watching a master at work.
Yeah, the object of rolling dice is to have them clatter across the ground and to find the biggest numbers.
Jesus
Thank you,
Christ,
madam.
Terry, do we have to? Can you go back to basketball? I know sports aren't happening right now, but do you have to be here?
Oh god, his face. Craig, are you acting right now?
Did you botch it?
Are you
Did
acting? He's acting. He's acting. He's fucking
he's
does.
acting.
Got an 11.
Oh, that's good.
Hey!
That's good.
It's a big number.
Who knows what's good? We're
No,
trying
yeah, I
to
was
bind
gonna
a
say, we
demon.
don't know
We've
what
never
this
done
is.
this.
Man, it could have resistance 30. We don't know.
He's got to
All
beat
right.
his
It's against-
resolve.
It's against the demon's
Its
resolve.
resolve is half
and
its-
I've got to beat it by 3 successes or more.
So,
What?
No. It's only if you fail by 3 or
Oh,
more that
right,
you
right,
can't
right.
banish it.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You only have to beat it.
I was like, that's a different DC.
He's only got to beat it. This is for all the marbles.
So,
I have the marble right here. I have it. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
So, you complete the spell. Zeke is being pulled toward the circle. As it happens, as it crosses the threshold of it, being pulled down, there's a flash of light, and the faces begin to move within his tornado, writhing faster and faster as you see the dream around you beginning to collapse upon itself. A smile touches the large face, the main face on the storm, for the world goes white, and you find yourselves standing in a forest at the entrance to a cave. Invincible 2 walks up.
Yes.
Uba on his back, screeching happily at the sight of his friend, Master. Suma and Teo stand there, shocked, surprised to be on the outside worlds. Teo wastes no time in resuming their bird form and sailing out free from the dream. Suma gives each of you a glare before stalking off herself to unknown purpose.
I'm gonna miss her. Oh.
I'm just petting the shit out of Invincible 2. I let him take a toke from my pipe. I know how much he likes it.
So, do you feel a contract that needs to be re-upped in a year and a day?
Dirham closes his eyes and concentrates.
Yes.
Okay.
Gentlemen,
I believe
No.
the job is done. For now, we have an appointment to keep in a year and a day.
And we shall make it a tradition.
Well, so we get some items out of it, so that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I checked to make sure I still got my loot and my bow.
You still have everything. The tapestry.
Oh, yes.
The tapestry lies on the ground near you. All the items that you had are still there.
Dope.
I take the tapestry and I sort of fold it up like a saddle blanket over
Invincible 2.
Invincible 2 to make him like, it's
Oh, yeah.
keeping him warm, making him look nice.
Oh, I love that. That's
It's
absolutely
ironic because I
gorgeous.
was going to use it as a cloak, so I liked it. It's just either way. It's on its purpose.
Oh, I look to you and I go, do you want to split it?
Oh, man.
are you sure?
Do you mind if
actually-
I just for a moment?
I actually do take it and give it to Rakeem, and I say, I think it'll look better on you. Invincible 2 doesn't need the help.
I give it to Dirham, who's asking for it.
I go, what do you?
Oh, it
come
looked
on."
better on the horse. Come on, it looked better on the horse.
And Dirham just takes a moment to unfold it and just look at the tapestry to see what's on it.
Does it do anything else?
You see the vision of destruction with the figure in green armor and a swirling dark creature beneath the cracks of creation.
So we didn't affect anything in a positive or a negative way. That's always just
Still the same. But did we really expect the tapestry to change?
yeah. If we messed up, I expected it to be worse, or if we did good, I expected
That's
it to be
fair.
better.
But I think, tapestry was a vision of what could have been at a certain point, or what was supposed to be at a certain point. Just because everything's different now doesn't mean the tapestry has to change to reflect it.
No,
It also doesn't mean that the tapestry can't change in the future.
but I do think it's a mess. The only things that came from out there, besides us, were the weapons and this.
I have an unfortunate thought. Are we the other half of this deal?
No.
Are we the demon of hope?
No, it came from the creature itself.
We made it.
I mean, that was the deal we struck, but we can't. Yes, perhaps we don't think about this too hard. And I give my horse another toke of a pipe, which is fine because he's invincible.
Jerem folds up the tapestry and hands it over to String.
I hand it back to
enjoy the
Rakeem.
victories we have.
Great. Another victory that I was right and we were going to do it. And he stretches backwards and pulls an orange out of his bag and like begins to peel off the skin and feed some of it to Uba, who greedily slurps it up.
Well, actually, Adramalik, I don't remember the exacts of the deal, but wasn't it that either it was killed or
Yes, if the demon breaks free, and the demon didn't break free, we bound it. It's still bound. It's not broken free.
Actually, it's definitely free now.
Yeah, but
and
it
it's
didn't
not
break
dead,
free. It's
so-
bound still. You bound it, right? You said that.
Well,
I have faith in you.
I actually,
So let's just really let's not like String said. Let's really not overthink this at all.
I don't know. What do you all think? And he starts walking out of the forest.
I say, well, I think, if the deal is broken, he'll find out in a couple of days when the unyielding, unrelenting force of the universe comes down and does something unspeakable to him. Again, I don't exactly know what happens when you break one of my deals, but I don't want to find out.
And you won't.
We'll see.
Yeah, I suppose we shall.
And
I let everyone else walk up ahead, and then I do grab Adramalik's shoulder, and I say, "Stay with me."
Me and Dirham are walking ahead, smoking together.
I try to do it quietly, but,
He's
like, I'm
acquired a
not-
taste for it.
I'm not.
I know. We're just like talking. We're just down the road, but we're smoking together.
If you'd like to learn some more the magical natures, I'd be happy to show you a thing or two.
And if you'd like to learn how to blow fantastical smoke rings, I would be happy to teach you. We can trade our secrets.
We need to know our limitations, but I think there's a future. And it starts to fade on.
Yeah.
The world is bigger than you, Adramalik.
Bigger than both of us.
I am it's bigger than.
As am I.
Are you? Adramalik, I believe in you. I believe you are with us for a reason. I believe you are capable of a great many things. I think that if you wield all other strengths toward a goal, it is very noble. I think if you wield all others towards your own goal, personal gain, less things worked out.
Because we were a team. Because I lended my strength towards everyone. You only had one of those orbs to summon the emissary. I used mine for Dirham's.
I am not questioning how well you did or how things did or did not work out. What I'm saying is you risked a great deal and you're
Life is about risks, my friend.
not risks to others.
Sometimes when you're backed into a corner and there's no other choice, risks is all you have.
Think about, and I rubbed the bracer of the creature that had your powers that we killed. I want you to think about who you are and what you want outside of you. Whether it's who you are now, Adramalik, but I want you to write down something you want for others. Write it down and you let me know if that changed.
Very well.
Power corrupts, man. Make sure that if I think you are a good man, don't let yourself come something. Now let's go, and I slap you on the back.
Yes. And Adramalik will walk in the direction towards Strings and Dirham with Rakeem, and as he does so, he will pull out his lucky marble now and look at it, thinking about the risks that they had all taken and how it had paid off now, and wondering towards what other risks they'll have to take in the future.
That story was actually, I thought, very because you risked someone else's.
This is true.
And that's where we'll end it. It seems like a fitting ending point.
We did it! Ba, 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 ba.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show. Come back next week for the next part of our adventure. Meanwhile, if you're ready for a live experience, follow our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/RPGBlender. And if you missed our past live episodes or are interested in some RPG tutorials, find us on YouTube at The RPG Blender. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can join our new Discord. Check the description for a link. Don't have Discord? No worries, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
I've been here for millennia.
Yeah,
Tens of years.
I've been here for
Been here for
days.
months.
It's been days. Of
7 hours. Yes.
Days.